Welcome. So if you are starting something new, or you're in the middle, the early stages of a new venture, a new project, and you're full of self-doubt and you're questioning, and that little voice is questioning if you can make it, questioning if you have what it takes. You know that place, that angsty place. What if I told you that this is proof that you're on the right track? In the last video, we discussed resilience and grit and sticking with it, sticking with your project, whatever that is. In my case, in that example, it was gaining an education. And in this video, we're going to dig a little bit deeper. We're going to explore what happens when you are in the thick of it, when you are in that beginner hell, and that Call of Duty game has now become a real war. I heard Chris Williams actually use that analogy earlier today in a podcast, and I thought it was really clever. And you feel like you're failing. But the truth is, every skill, every success, everything worthwhile achieving has the same predictable process. There are steps, and they are recognizable steps. And if you know the pattern and you understand the process, and that is familiar to you, you can push through. Success is not about talent as much as it is about navigating this process. So today I am going to help you chart a course to success. There are 4 stages to competence. The first stage is unconscious incompetence. You don't know that you don't know. The second stage is conscious incompetence, where you now know that you don't know. The third stage is conscious competence, where you now know that you know. The fourth stage, if you're still with me and haven't clicked off, bless you. The fourth stage is unconscious competence. That's when it's settled in and you've reached the realms of mastery. So let's jump in. Unconscious competence. Unconscious incompetence. You don't know that you don't know. And that is, you get an idea and it's dreamy and it's wonderful and it's exciting and you imagine yourself being wonderfully successful. My most recent example of that was just before Christmas. I was gearing up for the new year and just reevaluating my goals, and I came across this wonderful YouTuber, Old Me Living Better, Mike. And I watched one of his videos, and it was about, it's called I Started My YouTube Channel at 80. And man, I was so inspired by this. And I thought, this is what I want to do. Prior to that, I'd been spent the year laboring away writing a book on pastoral care. And I was bored, and I thought, oh my God. And I just wasn't enjoying it, but I pushed and struggled. And honestly, it just stank. And I thought, if I'm bored writing it, what the hell? People are going to be so bored reading it. All the 4 people that are going to read it, my children and my best friend. So anyway, I saw Mike's wonderful video. Bless you, Mike. Thank you. For setting me on this journey. And I was so excited, and I just made little endless cards of all the videos I wanted to make and the ideas, and just imagined myself in this YouTuber world. Kind of naive and hopeful and dreamy. I mean, how hard can it be? And Mike warned in the video, he said, spend time figuring this out. So I listened, because if nothing else, I'm a good student. And if someone who's done it is telling me what to do, I'm listening. So I took close to 3 months doing my research. I did a wonderful course by the tremendous Anthony Gallo on filmmaking. So I don't know, I don't think I want Anthony to see me just yet because I don't think I'm where I want to be. But nonetheless, I upscaled myself, um, practiced a little bit of editing. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm getting ahead of myself. What I'm talking about is the unconscious, incompetent phase, that dreamy, wonderful phase. And but I didn't yet know what was in store for me. You haven't clicked off yet. Are you still here? Are you here? Hello? Hello? Oh, good. Yes. Oh, good. Thank you. Thank you for staying with me. So it can be even in this early part of the journey, in the hopeful, dreamy, wonderful phase where you can be looking at people who have mastered the skill or the craft that you are wanting to master, and you can think to yourself, I don't have the skill, I don't have the talent for that. And that's a fixed mindset versus what Carol Dweck encourages us to have, and that is a growth mindset, where we are realizing that I can't do this yet, but with practice I'll be able to do it. If you tell yourself I can't do this, everything shuts down. If you tell your brain, your mind, I can't do this yet, it opens up to the possibility, and then all it takes is doing the work. So we're all excited and we are taking the next step. And then it happens. We hit the next step, which is conscious incompetence. This is now where we realize how much we don't know. This is where it really gets tricky. This is where we can find ourselves at the peanut butter jar, standing there, eating peanut butter, because we realize how difficult it's all going to be. And most people quit here, give up, because we think the struggle is proof that we are not good enough. We think the struggle is the end. And we are filled with imposter syndrome. We are filled with doubt. And it just feels impossible. It's an anxious, stressful place to be. When you are learning something new and you're feeling uncomfortable and you're feeling vulnerable, your body releases adrenaline, and you get the emotions of, all of the anxious emotions, the fight, flight, freeze emotions. When I don't know something, when I'm in the middle of a struggle, I can get quite angry and quite antsy. But the struggle, the feelings of failure and I can't do this, it's actually a really good sign, because it's a sign that you're on the right track, and it's a sign that you're learning. And how do we push through the stage? The most challenging part to get through. And again, we call on the wonderful Carol Dweck and her mindset of just reminding ourselves. I remind myself, I can't do this yet, not yet, but I will keep going until I can. And another wonderful educator that I've come to know, not personally, but who I've come to respect, is Mihai Csikszentmihalyi. And he talks about the state of flow, the flow state, and what he encourages us to do. And I do this with my students, and I do this with myself, because I've learned how powerful it is to break down what you're wanting to do into small, little, bite-sized chunks. So you start scoring little micro wins. When I was, and I've still got so much to learn on the editing software, DaVinci Resolve. Because trust me, I'm going to have to edit the heck out of this video, because I'm making such a hash of it. But I'm going to keep going, man. Poor future Michelle's going to be editing for hours. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's okay. We're on a journey here. So the first video I edited in DaVinci Resolve, Anthony Gallo gave us an exercise in the course that I did. We had to film ourselves making coffee with, various shots of ourselves in our kitchens making coffee, close-ups and medium shots, and the whole jazz. And then he took us to the editing, whichever suite we chose. I chose DaVinci Resolve, and we had to edit it. So I was sitting there, and I'd uploaded DaVinci Resolve on my laptop, and then to the one side on my tablet iPad, I had Anthony Gallo, his lecture on how to edit in DaVinci Resolve. And because he was assuming that my technical ability was higher than it was, I then had my mobile phone on a tripod. So I'd pause Anthony, and I'd go on to my Google, and I'd ask basic questions, something that Anthony had told me, or some function on the keyboard or whatever, but micro steps. So it was look up that little word, watch some more of Anthony, try it on DaVinci Resolve, listen to Anthony, rewind Anthony again, go back, look up and edit. And so it was micro wins along the way, figuring things out little by, step by step by step. And I went then into Cheek Sent Me High. Cheek Sent Me High, I think that's how you pronounce it. I found myself in his state of flow. Okay, so it's about 5 o'clock. Oh, it's 5 o'clock exactly. And I have been editing this damn coffee video since 10:30 this morning. But this idea of in the beginning I was an uninformed optimist. Now I'm an informed pessimist, thinking maybe YouTube's not such a good idea after all. But you know what? I'm flipping determined. There's no crisis of meaning here. I'm getting this done. I'm getting it done. So it's also really helpful if you habit stack. So procrastination creeps in, when you're feeling the anxiety and you know what's coming and you've got a taste of what you need to be learning, and you have a real sense of how tricky it's going to be. We put things off, but you can learn to work with your foibles. On a weekend, especially if you live alone, it can be really difficult to get out of bed. So working on this YouTube project, this new business, and I've chosen to take it quite seriously, and I have taken this seriously, and I treat it like a business, like a job. Because Monday to Friday, I've got no problem getting up and going to work. The alarm goes off, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, boom, I'm up. My day started, I'm in, I'm on it. I'm disciplined, I'm focused, and I get the job done. And yet when it comes to my own thing, it can feel a little mañana, tomorrow. No. So now I've got a hack, because I do love a little bit of a lie-in. It's nice. I love my bedroom. I love my bed. I've got a beautiful view of the mountains out the window. And it's my happy, safe, wonderful place. So what I do now is I bought this lovely little bed desk on Amazon, and I sit in bed and I do some work, and it's really lovely. So I'm kind of in bed, I'm in my happy place, and I'm engaged. When you at that stage of conscious incompetence, it's edgy, and there's a lot of resistance, and it's tricky to overcome that. And so you need to build on existing habits, you need to find little workarounds to get yourself out of that stuck place. I'm sure in months to come, I'll be bouncing out of bed on a weekend. Or maybe not, but it doesn't matter. It's just I don't have a lot of time because to work on this, weekends are, um, hmm, they just feel different now with this new project. But I don't mind, it's lovely. So I'm going to chill here, I don't know, for an hour or so, and then get up, have a shower. Oh, I've probably got bed hair. Huh. Anyway, that's okay. That's just fine. So whatever your obstacle is, you've got this. You can overcome it. Just do the work. Just do the work. And it's the little increments, as I was saying earlier, it's the little increments. It's this hour is going to stack up. And each time I do something to advance towards the goal, it stacks up. Or something like that. Maybe I don't do my best thinking in bed. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We're getting this done. Come on, Michelle. Let's get to work. So you keep going, you keep pushing through, and you bank the wins. When I was in bed a little earlier, I was working in that little moment. I was working on the content for this video. And I got a lot done. And when I got up, I felt energized. And after my shower and just faffing a little bit around the house, I carried on working. So keep aiming just outside of your comfort zone. Set small, clear goals. Remove distractions. Do the work. And you will then arrive at the next level, which is conscious competence. This is where you know that you know. And it is not terrific yet, but the effort starts to pay off. And you're improving. You can feel that you're improving, but it still takes effort. You have to work hard to get things right, but it's a little easier, just a little. And again, you keep going and you find the state of flow where the level of challenge meets your level of skill, and you become like the musician, practicing scales, not because they just purely because they love the sound of it, or the artist who's just immersed in the brush strokes, or the writer crafting a story and they lose track of time. Not like me trying to craft that terrible book that'll never get finished. That terrible, boring book. I suppose sometimes you've also got to be sensible, and sometimes it's okay to just press pause on a goal, and maybe sometimes, as in my case, Control Alt Delete, just that just wasn't floating my boat. Yeah, so I suppose we need to be sensible about these things and understand when to stop. But that's maybe less times than we think. The secret to pushing past the anxious part, the thinking part, is to stop worrying about whether you're good enough. You're in it. And instead of focusing on perfection, focus on finding enjoyment in the process. Michelle, are you listening? Focus on finding enjoyment in the process. I don't know why I'm finding this video so difficult today, but I'm going to do it anyway because it's the only way I'm ever going to improve. So for goodness sake, Michelle, this is all feeling a little bit meta. I'm talking about a learning journey while I'm on the learning journey, and I'm still in the sort of unconscious conscious incompetence phase. I know that I don't know, and I'm sitting here, but I have been through this process enough to know, and I'm familiar enough with it to be able to really tell you truthfully that if you can navigate your way through these stages and become familiar with them, it really does end well. So I'm a little bit fluffing it up at the moment, and that's okay, because I'm learning. And you can tune out, although please don't click off just yet. I'm not finished. So you keep going in this conscious competence, and you keep practicing, right? And then you keep going, whether it's making funky little YouTube videos or learning to crochet or become a chef or an artist or run a marathon or an entrepreneur or whatever it is you wanting to learn. You keep going, and then it happens. You become unconsciously competent. I should have chosen easier words for this. I've given myself quite the task here. You become unconsciously competent. You've mastered the skill, and you don't have to think about it. It's gone from impossible to effortless, and you have gained mastery and momentum. Great entrepreneurs I think of, incredible artists, athletes, scholars, craftsmen, Michelin stars chef, Michelin star chefs. I'm sober, by the way, stone cold sober. Yes. Let me try that again. Michelin star chefs. They all once struggled, but they kept going, and they kept going, and they did not see struggle as failure. One day in the near future, I will sit down behind DaVinci Resolve, and it'll be click, 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 slide, slide, click, 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 click. Well, it'll be easier anyway to start off with, because I wouldn't have made such a hash in the filming and had to edit out so much junk. Maybe I should put the junk at the end just so you can see how awful I am still. I'd best be chivvying along. My battery's about to go flat. I mean, my phone battery. My battery's just fine. So the key takeaway today is takeaways. Reframe your struggle and feelings of failure. Reframe this discomfort to the idea of growth. Don't mistake difficulty for failure. The second one, micro wins. Set tiny goals to build momentum and break down your challenges into manageable little steps so that you are in a process of action, because action creates motivation and builds that momentum. And look for flow and not comfort. Always just keep challenging yourself, and it keeps you engaged. And then use that beautiful Carol Dweck yet mindset. I can't do it yet. You're not bad at something, you just haven't mastered it yet. So in the comments below, let me know what you've pushed through or what you've struggled with. I would love to hear your journey. In the next video, we'll talk about why resistance is your biggest enemy, our biggest enemy. And we will dig a little deeper in terms of figuring out how to win that fight, how to win this fight, because we're all in this together. And remember, you are enough exactly as you are. You fit in, you belong. There's a place for you in this world, and you are going to be okay.